Hello again. This is another episode of I Watched It So You Don't Have To with Brian Combs. We have a very special movie for you today. From 2005. It is The Gingerdead Man, starring the one and only Gary Busey. So that poster gives you a little bit of an idea of what you're getting into with this movie. Look, man, I usually watch around 200 or 300 movies a year. I estimate I've probably seen close to 7,000 movies in my life, and this is absolutely one of the worst. It's 75 minutes, and it feels like 75 hours of excruciating pain to get through this thing. Poor old Gary Busey, I don't know how desperate he was when he agreed to make this movie. I did a little research after watching this, and God help me. The movie was written and directed by a fellow by the name of Charles Band, who's made 79 movies. And I cannot imagine if the other 78 or have to be better than this. If they're worse, I would just be speechless. They offered Gary Busey $25,000 to star in this film, with the assumption that he would turn them down. For whatever reason, Busey he said yes, so he made this movie for just $25,000. And I want to focus in on the actual Gingerdead Man. It was originally supposed to be CGI, but they had no money, so they made a little hand puppet. And Gary Busey probably was only on the set for one day, because he has actually only one scene. They filmed it in one day, I would assume, and he just does voiceovers for this hand puppet of the Gingerdead Man, while somebody else actually does the puppeteering. Here's a little bit of a better look of the actual puppet that you would see if you watch this film. Just take a look at this thing. So, yeah, that's what you're going to be getting if you spend an hour and 15 minutes watching this film, which I do not recommend you do. The only redeemable quality of this film is a couple of one-liners that Busey says as the Gingerdead Man. I'll give you a quick synopsis. So, the opening of this film, Gary Busey is a serial killer, and he kills a bunch of people in a diner, leaving only one survivor. He is tried, convicted, and sentenced to death by electric chair for these murders. Upon him dying via the electric chair, his body's turned over to his next of kin, which is his mother. And she has him cremated and then makes a gingerbread mix with all the ingredients that you would normally have to make gingerbread, but with this killer's ashes in with it. And sends it to a bakery that is now owned and operated by the sole survivor of his massacre. When they make some gingerbread from these ashes, the soul of this serial killer possesses one of the gingerbread men, and he comes to life and starts killing people. And even though he may be like 2 foot tall, he packs a Colt Magnum in one scene and shoots people, but he never hits them. Somehow we have found someone with worse aim than a stormtrooper. He cuts people up with knives. He says a few one-liners that are kind of comical, a little bit witty, but super, super silly. And that's pretty much the film. Other than they kill the gingerbread man by eating him, but the soul of the serial killer then possesses the poor sap that ate the gingerbread man. The most amazing thing about this movie is it spawns sequels. And let me get my phone out real quick, because I want to make sure I get the names of these right. Here are the sequels to the Gingerdead Man. Gingerdead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust. Gingerdead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver. And finally, one that I may have to, against my own better judgment, try to watch in the coming days. Gingerdead Man versus the Evil Bong. Are you serious? So I would give this film 1 out of 5 stars just because it got made. And if a movie gets made, because it is hard to get a movie made, I will generally give it at least 1 star. But this one's the bottom of the barrel, folks. I do not recommend this film. If you do want to watch it, I highly recommend you either get drunk, high, or all the above before viewing. It may enhance the experience of watching the Gingerdead Man. Until next time, this has been I Watched It So You Don't Have to, and I beg you not to watch this one with Brian Combs.